Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I don't know why I'm making a video. Yes, I'm making a video because we need some snacks. And we don't have snacks and I'm not going to the grocery store. So I gotta come up with some quick and easy snack ideas to be able to do. It is 6:30 at night. I need to wake up the baby, but I'm gonna get snacks first. So these people over here, are you helping cook? You are? Do you know what you're making?
I'm making that.
You're making that? Very nice.
Do you know what these are?
Those are
Do you remember?
is that.
It is
Brownies. So we are just following the back of these directions here. Half a cup of butter, 1/4 an ounce of semi-sweet chocolate, 1/4 a cup of packed brown sugar, 1/4 a cup of sugar.
Put it in.
I don't know, do we have vanilla extract?
We do, yes.
Okay, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, 2 eggs, 1½ cups of flour, 2/3 cup of chocolate chips, and I don't know that we're gonna do almonds. Probably not. We might do walnuts, but almonds in, yeah, I don't know about almonds and brownies. What do you guys feel about almonds and brownies? So this little girl who has been patiently awaiting me is helping me out. So she put, how many did you put in there?
3.
3. How many cups?
1, 2, 3.
Yes, so she put 3 cups of oats in there. Now she's gonna scoop out some peanut butter and put 1 cup of peanut butter. So you're gonna scoop this into there.
And put it in here.
Mm-hmm. So she needed to go change clothes because I went to tend to Azariah and she had wiped peanut butter all over the front of her clothes. So she put pajamas on and I rinsed that out. So her brother here is helping her get everything in there. We don't know exactly how much peanut butter was added. You ever been there? Yeah, I'm sure you have. And she is mixing that up. What kid doesn't love using a little hand mixer? So then I have her making balls, but I'm sitting there with the baby and realize after a few minutes that the balls are not holding together, probably because there wasn't enough peanut butter in there. So he is making magic bars. I showed a recipe for that before. The whole recipe I'll try to remember to link in the description box below. So we ended up patting this in between. I added a little bit more peanut butter and then I pat this through the 2 parchment papers so we could have bars instead. So this is it here. I'm just going to throw the lid on this and throw them in the freezer for another snack day. This would be 1 snack for us. So he's going to make a massive thing of those magic bars that we made before on here. I have a separate total video for that. He's scooping those out right now. He's going to make this massive tray, and then what I'll do is I'm going to slice these into 3 sections for 3 separate snacks, and 2 of those are going to go in the freezer. So I'm just gonna layer this on top. I had this on top before to roll it out, and then we'll be able to put another snack on top. Hello, messy table. We made some pudding, and we're gonna put them in the cups. So we made some pudding. Just going to. I let it sit a little too long, so it's a little lumpy. You know, multitasking. The recipe for this I will share, but I did not use cornstarch and I used arrowroot, so mine is not going to be as smooth as yours would be if you used cornstarch. I was using arrowroot. But it's still going to be super yummy. I mean, it's chocolate pudding. It's going to be super yummy, right? But I was actually holding the baby, doing all the fun things. So I didn't mention before that I started to make this video and I started to do all these like yummy things and we divide people to, okay, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I had all that done, but then I thought that I could easily like upload a resume, and it didn't go as smoothly as I wanted to because it wasn't the right file. It was just like crazy. Anyway, and then the baby threw up. So, yeah. I got distracted. Anyway, I got a delicious brownie thing in front of me that it's gluten-free chocolate chip bars. So that's it right there. I'm going to cut this into 3 sections as well, just like the magic bar, and then put some of those in the freezer as well. And here are those lovely brownies. They're actually so yummy. Those are the almond flour brownies. And those are the chocolate chip bars. I will leave a recipe for you guys. So I'm just going to put these recipes together for you guys to be able to print them out and link, and I'll leave it down in the description box below. So now I am going to work with my daughter, and we're going to make a couple different trail mixes that we could just put in a zipper bag so that we could bring them with us if we were going out to an appointment, out walking, whatever we're going to do. They could just come with us. So she's going to mix these up with. The first one we're going to do is a tropical type mix. We are going to use this. You could use dry pineapple as well, but I am going to use this because that's what I have. So 2 cups of that. I forgot they came in these little like baggy things, which makes it a little more difficult. I think I'm going to use 4 of these baggy things. So we used some of this bag already, and I'm doing 2 different ones, so I'm just going to add like half of this, of what I have left, which is it's probably about 2 cups there. I'm also going to add some ground flaxseed. So I'm going to use this amount of flaxseed. Then we're going to grab a whole bag. I think that's 2 pounds. Yep, 2 pounds of almonds. I have these cherries. I'm gonna do about how much is that? A cup and a half? Yeah, I'll take a cup and a half of those. We kind of broke up that fruit stuff a little bit. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And then I'm gonna grab some walnuts. Let's do, maybe I'll measure it out for you guys. This is my official cup. 1 mugful. 1 mugful. Let's see what it looks like. I think I might need 2 mugs. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 mugs. 2 mugs of walnuts. A mug is probably, I'd say, a cup and a half. So the good thing about that durian fruit is it's kind of sticky, so all of the flaxseed is actually going right on that. We have the cranberries in there. What else should we throw in there? Throw some sesame seeds in there. Do 2 cups of that. There we go. This looks beautiful. All right, now we're gonna bag this up and make our next one. So my daughter finished these up for me so I could cut the squares, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we made that tropical mix. She's bagging those into individual bags, so we have like portion sizes, and the kids, if you hear them, are eating the leftover brownies. So here we go. We have 16 of these chocolate puddings. We're gonna put lids on those and throw them in the fridge. So my daughter's gonna dump this whole container, which is almost, these are 2 quart measurers, so it's a little less than that, of almonds in, and then she's gonna dump these cashews in. Yep, that's probably 1.5 quarts. Then we're gonna do the rest of those coconut flakes in there. We're gonna grab 2 cups of the sesame seeds. Remember, our cup. So that would probably be about 3 cups of sesame seeds. And then she's going to add maybe 4 cups of dry cranberries. They're stuck on the bottom. All right, I'm gonna mix this up. Then we are going to add secret ingredient here. I had some butterscotch chips. I'm actually gonna add 2 bags of those. Mix this up. Oh goodness, that looks yummy.
I wonder which bag they'll like more.
And then we're gonna bag these up into individual bags. So I have 7 cups together that are left. So I have this blend right here. I have yogurt, and then I have some keto granola, and then some homemade granola. I'm just gonna make these up into yogurt. So I have the fruit in here. I need to go take care of Azariah, and somebody is going to fill these mainly with the yogurt, and then I'll do the toppings. So I am this crazy woman, and I always am like, oh, and I get this bright idea, and then we like do it like immediately really quick. So we got back from visiting these 2 different forts. It was like 5 o'clock, then ate supper, and then at like 6:30, I was like, hey, actually it was probably 6. I think it was like 6. I'm like, hey, let's make a bunch of snacks and throw them in the freezer. So now it's 9 o'clock at night, and the snacks are done. So everyone pretty much just took like one area that they were doing snacks with. I kind of organized it. I held the baby. I was helping my son with something, and then I also helped a little bit, I guess. I cut things up. I did all the in-between things, right? I read out recipes to people. Yeah. Alrighty, so this is what we have. Let's go through it. All right, we have 7 of these yogurts. So there is berries in the bottom, then yogurt, then the topping. These could be used for snack or for breakfast. Like if we were doing oatmeal, I ran out of those regular cups for sweet pea. So if we were doing oatmeal, she could have one of these. So we have these 7, and then I have 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of these puddings. Gonna put the lids on those. All of this stuff is going in the fridge. So then we have these 3 rows are trail mixes. So what I'm going to do is this would go in one bag, this would go in another bag, this would go in the last bag, and then the same thing here. These are the other trail mixes. 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. So all together we would have 7 bags, gallon-sized bags of trail mixes for these. And then when we needed to go someplace, I would just say, okay, let's grab a bag. It would already be prepped. This is hot. I need to cut this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and then put it in containers and then freeze it, I think. Yeah, the bottom is a little kind of crumbly on this. So I want to try to get 1, 2 for the freezer, and then a section that will probably be for tomorrow. And then here we have these brownies. Underneath the brownies, we have those oatmeal bars. So this is gonna go in the freezer. The rest of the brownies got eaten for snack tonight. We have 2 snacks here. So it'd be the top would be one snack, and then the bottom would be another snack. Here we have 2 layers. Each top and bottom would be snacks, and then we have one last one here. So I think what we will have is, I'll put this here. I don't know, maybe I'll layer it, maybe I won't. Not entirely sure how I'm gonna do it. I might layer here and then put one layer of that on top. I don't wanna double stack those on top of each other without freezing them in between. But I think they'd be okay double stacked on top here with just a parchment in between. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So we have, let's say, 3 snacks, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 snacks. So I thought I'd just share the way that I packaged them in here. So I just have 12 in each of these like this. I hope this video blessed you. If it did, would you mind giving a thumbs up? And if you feel like you want to join our family, just hit the subscribe button and we'd be happy to have you along. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.